Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Man killed at funeral service in Query, St. James. The St. James police have commenced a probe into the shooting death of a man near a funeral service in the community of Query on Saturday. The deceased has been identified as 30-year-old Shamari Sterling, unemployed of Philman Corner, also in St. James. Reports are that about noon, Sterling was standing at a location where a funeral service was being held in the Query district when he was attacked by armed men and shot several times. The police were summoned, and upon arrival, Sterling was discovered lying in a pool of blood with multiple gunshot wounds. The scene was processed and the body removed to the morgue. Vendor charged for robbery after going to hospital with gunshot injury. A jerk chicken vendor was arrested and charged in connection to robbery in Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth, after he turned up at hospital with a self-inflicted gunshot wound on Thursday, April 6. Charged is 33-year-old Sean Reed, otherwise called Romain, of Newport District in Manchester. Reed has been charged with robbery with aggravation, possession of an illegal weapon, and using an illegal weapon to commit an offense. Reports from the Santa Cruz police are that about 7:55 a.m., Reed and three other men held up and robbed a man of his licensed firearm. They then attempted to rob a supermarket. They made their demands, and when they were not met, Reed proceeded to hit the complainant multiple times in his face. Later that same day, Reed turned up at hospital with a gunshot wound. The police were summoned, and upon their arrival, it was discovered that Reed accidentally shot himself. He was treated and released to the police. Reed was positively identified after an identification parade on Thursday, April 27. His court date is being finalized. NCB announces disruption of ABM services following St. Thomas Berlin attack. The National Commercial Bank NCB on Sunday warned its customers in St. Andrew, Kingston, and St. Catherine to expect disruptions at its automated banking machine ABMs after Saturday's attack on the Berlin Limited Security Team in St. Thomas. We regret to inform you that there will be disruptions in our ABM services due to reduced operations from Berlin following yesterday's attack in St. Thomas. We understand that this may cause inconvenience and frustration, but we assure you that we are working diligently to minimize the impact on our customers, the bank said in a tweet. NCB further advised customers to use alternative banking options such as online and mobile banking and the use of point-of-sale machines where possible. Saturday's brazen attack in the latest of series of robberies and attempted robberies on Berlin security team. A security guard was hospitalized with gunshot wounds after his team was ambushed in Albion St. Thomas while serving an ABM machine. A civilian was also injured in the incident, the police have confirmed. It is not clear whether the criminals made off with any cash. The vehicles believed to have been involved in the attack were intercepted Saturday afternoon, and men engaged the police in a shootout. Man killed, 2 injured at Manchester party. The Manchester police are probing the circumstances surrounding the pre-dawn murder of a man and the injury of 2 others at a party in the community of Top Greenville yesterday morning. The deceased has been identified as 38-year-old Andrade Hines of a Greenville address. Reports are that at approximately 12:15 a.m., a lone gunman opened gunfire in the crowd, hitting Hines and 2 others. Hines was rushed to the Mandeville Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The 2 other individuals were hospitalized. This brings the total number of murders in the parish this year to 20. Goat thief injured in police shootout denied bail. One of 4 goat thieves who was intercepted by police and engaged the lawmen in a shootout in Kingsland's Pertwee earlier this month was denied bail when he appeared in the Manchester Circuit Court on Thursday. The accused, Nigel Baker, has been slapped with 3 counts of shooting with intent to murder, possession of a prohibited weapon, possession of unauthorized ammunition, and possession of a firearm with intent to injure. Reports are that 4 men traveling in a blue Toyota Viz stole 6 goats in St. Elizabeth on April 4. They tried escaping through Manchester but were intercepted by the police. At approximately 4:30 p.m., a shootout ensued. 3 men, including Baker, were found suffering from gunshot wounds when the shooting subsided. 1 goat was also shot and injured. The men were taken to the Mandeville Regional Hospital where 2 succumbed and Baker was hospitalized. The 4th man remains at large. According to the prosecutor, the ballistic certificate for the seized firearm is still outstanding. Baker is expected to return to court on May 17. SSP Ricketts lists persons of interest as gang violence erupts in St. Andrew South. One person has succumbed to injuries he sustained after 5 people were shot and wounded on Friday in what police are describing a gang feud in the Union Gardens and Colin communities in the St. Andrew South Police Division. Senior Superintendent of Police SSP in charge of the division, Kirk Ricketts, told reporters in an interview that the man who is now deceased was a person of interest in gang-related activities in the Union Gardens area. SSP Ricketts also revealed that one of the injured persons was a church member who was shot inside the church while service was in session. He said that due to the upsurge of violence between the top Union Gardens and the Rat-Bat gangs in the area, a 48-hour curfew was imposed and police presence in the area has been increased. However, this has not deterred violent producers, as another incident occurred Sunday morning. We have brought in additional resources from the Specialized Operations Branch, and we intend to keep it like that at least until we get to the bottom of this, SSP Ricketts stated. He went on to list persons of interest who the police believe can assist in quelling the violence which has erupted in the communities. These persons include Michael Jackson of Union Gardens, Warren Bent, otherwise called Juvenile or Ghost, of Spanish Town Road, David Howard Patton, Denira English, otherwise called Jermaine, of Delacree Park, Little D from Crescent Road, Sadiki from Union Avenue, Wani of Union Avenue, Redhead of Union Avenue, Flash, as he is said to be residing in Old Harbour and St. Catherine, and Ruba, who is also said to be residing in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. We have particular interest in Flash as being one of the individuals who we believe would have been involved in the first incident in Union Gardens. We have already reached out to our counterparts in St. Catherine South with as much information as we have on him and his cronies in the site to locate him, SSP Ricketts stated. He went on to implore the other persons of interest to turn themselves in to the Hunts Bay Police Station by 12 noon on Monday, May 1. These individuals are from both sides of the streets, and they are the brothers, the cousins, the children of residents within Union Gardens and Colin. I am beseeching our residents not to support them in this ongoing gang feud that is likely to escalate with your support. We are asking you to call us and to indicate where they are so we search for them, SSP Ricketts implored residents. Mandeville Mayor announces intention to represent PNP in Manchester Central. Mayor of Mandeville Donovan Mitchell has announced his intention to represent the People's National Party in Manchester Central in the next general election. Mitchell, the councillor for Royal Flat Division, made the disclosure at the party's Belfield Divisional Conference on Sunday night at the Belfield High School. I want to say to the leaders of the party that I, Donovan Mitchell, it is my greatest intention to make sure that Central Manchester returns to the folds of the People's National Party. We will do it like Winston Vassar Jones did it for 25 years. We will do it like John Jr. did it for many, many years. We will do it like Peter Bunting, and so help me God if I get it, them Jamaica Labour Party can't get it back, he said. The JLP's Rhoda Moore Crawford is a sitting Member of Parliament for the constituency. Crawford won Manchester Central in the September 30, 2020 general election with 8,139 votes over Bunting's 6,989 votes. Mitchell said former MP Bunting, who is the PNP's chairman in the constituency, during executive meetings said he would not be seeking re-election. Mitchell said he has experience in the Manchester Central, which consists of 4 divisions, namely Royal Flat, Belfield, Mandeville and Knockpatrick. I'm sending a warning if you think me done, young bud no know storm, and I am ready for the road. I have been chairman of the Mandeville Division. I have been treasurer of the Belfield Division. I have been a member of the Knockpatrick Division. I have been counsel for the Royal Flat Division since 1998 and have been all over the town, said Mitchell. In January, Mitchell told reporters that he was reconsidering his decision to leave the representational politics 7 months after he said he would not be seeking re-election in the Royal Flat Division. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification